Hey guys, Fire here from InDepth Gaming, bringing you another game review. This time we're checking out Frightence. This game is developed and published by PlayStage Interactive and released on March 9th, 2022 for a price of $5.99. It is an ID and Xbox title and it's classified as an adventure game, but to be honest, it's more of kind of a walking sim attempt at a horror game. You're pretty much going to be just walking around trying to explore and trigger different things that allow you to progress the story. Um, and that's kind of really all you do in this game. It's a very, I'd say, short game. In terms of like achievements, this game's done in under 20 minutes. And story beyond that, it's kind of mute. Um, it seems more like I think I've talked about this in the past where some games come off as tech demos and more of a tech demo than a full-fledged built-out game. It more is like a proof of concept, like, hey, I can play a game, hey, I can make a game, and this is how it works. Visually, like, the game's got some good graphics, as you can see here. Like, the trash bags and everything in the game look good. Like, it's a very well-done artwork for an indie title, but when you actually start playing it, like the control, my guy's supposed to be limping, it feels very jagged and jittery, and you know, everything, like, this is the default settings, like, everything kind of just doesn't feel fluid, and that's kind of just how the game kind of works. The main premise of the game, you're going to be going back and forth through a bunch of different rooms, trying to trigger different things and collecting a couple items to ultimately kind of get yourself spooked and not spooked to progress through this little like horror-esque kind of story game. I usually don't play many scary games. I'm not a big fan of them, and I gave this one a shot just to kind of, you know, put myself through the paces. And, I'm glad I did because it's not really that scary of a game. And frankly, what's here isn't anything more than just a good visual show representation. Like, visually, like, the game looks good. It's not a bad graphic game by any means. It's just what's here is something that I don't really know what to do with. It's, a game that's very slow paced, and, you just feel like you're walking simming, and as you can see here, like, you don't really know what to do. You're gonna have to figure out a lot of what to do, and most of this game is gonna be going around opening doors and figuring out pathways. Now, there are some visual bugs, as you can see here, like looking here. I don't know if this is meant to be a reflection in the floor. I don't know if you could see there in the middle, or if I'm actually seeing through the map, but I don't see what's really reflecting here. Um, and so you can see where there's a little bit of polish and improvement that can be made to maybe help better this game. But thus, that is kind of what we're at and stuck with. The main area for the game isn't much. There's these two hallways. The first hallway you just saw us walk down. You can go upstairs to this other hallway, and there's different doors and rooms you can interact with. And that's kind of the gist of Frightens. Sound wise, it tries to give you that eerie, spooky, like vibey music. There's occasional jump scares that will pop up at you, but most of what you're going to be doing is just trying to figure out what's the door that I need to open. And oh my gosh, I found the right door, and then finding like the collectible items and correct things you need to grab to progress through the story. But none of the collectibles really have you do a whole heck of a lot outside of just pick up the item, explore the room a little bit, pick up the item, explore the room a little bit, and that's kind of it. Um, and really, you've seen most of what's here in the game, just in the first couple minutes of watching this review. You're just going to continue, you know, kind of going around and meandering. Overall, do I think the game is worth picking up? So, buy, sale, or pass? Personally, I would pass. I think there's just a little bit better games you could spend your money on out there, unless you're really looking for something new in the whole achievement realm or space. But, if you want something that's different and might not be too hard of a scary game to dive into, maybe Frightens is for you, but for me, I'm definitely going to recommend a pass. Outside of that, though, if you have any other questions about the game, want to know more, I know there's achievement guides already out there. We're not going to make an achievement guide because it would just be making another achievement guide. Just do that. Like, why flood the videos? But yeah, outside of that, if you enjoyed the video, please hit that thumbs up down below. If you have any questions or comments, please also drop them down below. We love reading them and we try to respond to as many as we can. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and we'll catch you next time.